What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we're jumping into Batman issue number 126. As we continue on with the Failsafe story, this will be part 2. Most recently, we saw Failsafe come online. We saw Tim Drake almost fatally wounded. And so to take on this new enemy that is arising, Batman himself may have to take on a whole new persona. Make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, you have liked this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, so we begin this with Batman getting some inner monologue, talking about all of his soldiers that go out there every single night and they fight against the darkness. This is something that Batman never dreamed was possible. The truth is, back in those days, he never had any dreams. He was simply trying to keep Gotham from devouring itself. But coming out this night, he runs into Tim Drake. Tim Drake still kind of healing from his wounds. Batman is a little bit concerned that he is coming out too soon, that he simply isn't ready to be back out here. But Tim Drake, he really lays it down and says that you're not in charge of me. I don't wear a bat, I'm not you. I'm just out here doing the same job that you do. And so Robin goes off into the night. We pick up a little bit later in the Batcave. Batman continuing on, letting us know that he hasn't really been dreaming a lot lately, but he has been having an uneasy feeling. While he doesn't dream a lot, there has been a Joker nightmare that is reoccurring. He wasn't able to marry Selina. He looks at everybody else, at Tim, at Barbara, and he does believe that they deserve love. They deserve happiness. They deserve to have bigger dreams than he ever had. And that this lifestyle, it will never allow them to have that. That at some point in time, all of it will get taken away. But while he sits here and contemplates all of this is when we have Failsafe. It wastes no time and it immediately goes after Batman. The two of them begin to fight, but Batman is caught off guard. This thing is too fast and it is too strong. Not only that, it can fight, and it can fight really good. Batman knows that if he stays in this fight for too long, he is gonna wind up dead, that he needs to find his escape. This is when he tells the Batmobile to exit. The vehicle turns on, and it begins heading directly out of the cave. Using his grappling hook, Batman hooks onto the car, and he has the car drag him out of the Batcave. In hot pursuit behind them, we have Failsafe, getting out into public, getting into the street. This is when Oracle gets in communication, trying to check on him, finding out what's going on because his vitals are through the roof, letting her know that there is a new enemy on the scene, a robotic one. She begins tracking it and scanning it with the satellites, trying to figure out what this thing is and where it comes from. But their scans, they can't penetrate. It does suggest a variety of robotics, including a mesotech, with Batman trying to keep it distracted. He is getting his butt kicked up and down the street, letting Oracle know that this is bad, that he needs to get away. But even when he tries to escape, Failsafe is there to grab him by the cape and slam him down into the ground. Batman, bloody, beaten, and bruised. He tries to figure out what this is, asking, "Who are you?" It simply says, "Justice, Failsafe." That's when we have the arrival of Cassandra, Stephanie, and Duke. The three of them coming in and stopping Failsafe from ending Batman right here, right now. But this is not what Batman wants. He knows that they are absolutely no match for Failsafe. Even the three of them together, they are not enough to take it down. The first one to go down is Stephanie. And Failsafe really seems to be treating them like they are just distractions, like they are simply in his way. He has no intention of harming them. He is going directly for the bat. While Duke gives a distraction, Tim Drake grabs hold of Batman and they get in the Batmobile. Trying to get away, Failsafe is running after the vehicle and he is able to keep up with them. Tim Drake not really sure if he is able to shake Failsafe. This is when we have on scene the Prince of Bloodhaven, Nightwing himself, as he comes in and he throws his motorcycle at Failsafe. This is a very reoccurring thing for Nightwing. Can't tell you how many motorcycles he has actually gone through lately. But from the flames, Failsafe comes out saying, "Little soldiers, everything is tainted." Nightwing trying to find out any information he can from Oracle. Their connection is being blocked, and so they are on their own. As Failsafe rises up into the air, thrusters on its back, letting it levitate, letting it fly, Nightwing recognizes that they might be out of their league on this one. And then Failsafe comes down with everything he has, smashing the ground and sending everyone flying in opposite directions. As Nightwing is getting up to his feet, this is when Failsafe comes up and gives him an uppercut, letting them know that they cannot stop him and they should not attempt to do so, saying that they are nothing, saying that they hide inside their caves which he now has access to. And that's what takes us to Dr. Leslie Tompkins, the doctor that is supposed to be headed over to Batman. Unfortunately, this is where Failsafe arrives. Not sure if he is able to get here in that amount of time, or this might be another Failsafe. Regardless, he has come here because he knew this was the doctor that was going to be headed to Batman. And so he has to ask the question, where is he? And unfortunately for Failsafe, Batman is not headed to get help. He is headed back to one of his caves, one of the old caves. And what he is about to do, he needs to do alone, because none of them would understand the lengths that he has had to go to. But he has become soft, surrounded himself with his children. In the early days, in those days, maybe he went a little too far, saying that Failsafe is familiar. But familiar, it's not necessarily meaning the same thing when you are an individual that remembers everything, that there is something ticking inside of his brain, something that seems to be trying to get out, going to a chest in the shadows, admitting that he has done this to himself, believing that only one man could have done this. A failsafe for a failsafe. Batman needed answers, and so he falls to the side, and we have Zor-In-R taking the reins. And that will be the end of this issue. Now that one is a deep freaking cut. For those of you familiar with the Silver Age comics, Zor-In-R, he was once originally an alien that came to Earth. He wanted to learn to be the Batman for his planet. But when Grant Morrison took over this character, he revised Zor-In-R, made him a split personality of Bruce Wayne. He was really put into place just in case Bruce Wayne ever became mind-controlled or brainwashed. And the word Zor-In-R, these are the slurred memory of a sentence that his father had once said. While watching The Mask of Zorro, Thomas Wayne had said, the sad thing is they'd probably throw someone like Zorro in Arkham. Zorro in Arkham, Zor-In-R. So it's going to be very interesting to see what direction they're going to be taking all of this. How Failsafe connects to all of this stuff from the past. If I wasn't invested in this story before, I am 100% on board to see where Chip Zdarsky is going to bring this. This has tons of potential and it seems like it is going to be a lot of fun. And it's also kind of nice to see everybody that was once underneath Batman kind of brush him off, kind of go off and do their own things. They are growing up, they're becoming their own heroes, taking over their own cities. Not taking over, but protecting their own cities. Truly becoming the heroes of tomorrow. And while Batman, he may not like it at all times, at the end of the day, this is what is going to be best. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get caught up on everything going on with Batman, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on the entirety of this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by hitting the super thanks button. This button will let you donate directly to the channel, and every little bit helps us out. Now, if you can't do that, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you like this video, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.